Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing well. If it's your first time to be here, you're welcome. I'm Evelyn. And yeah, for those who have been with us for a very long time now, you're welcome as well on this new vlog of today. For me and my family, this week has not been good for us because we lost my grandmom. We lost our grandmom, and I got to share that on my Facebook. So for everyone who sent me those lovely messages, those comforting messages, thank you so much. Thank you. I read all of them and I really appreciate. Today I thought of coming here and share with you all that I had to learn when I just come to Belgium. And yes, let's get into it. When I came to Belgium, I had to learn a few things that I wasn't used to in Uganda. And first of all, I'll begin with the language. Here in Belgium, people speak French, Dutch, and they also have a dialect. So this part where I live, we speak Dutch, but still people here, like I said, they have their own dialect. How can I explain it? It's like having a Munyankole and a Muganda. When a Munyankole speaks, a Muganda understands. When a Muganda speaks, a Munyankole understands. Those are the languages spoken in Uganda, some of the languages spoken there. So they can still understand each other. So I had to go to school and learn that. It was not so easy. When I was new here, I had people speak and I was like, really, will I ever even learn anything from this language, because it seemed to be so hard. And right now I can say I can speak, and also when other people speak, I can understand them. So there is really a very big difference, and I'm happy that I can now speak actually. Yeah, it's crazy. It's not so perfect. If I speak, obviously someone will know that I'm not someone who grew up here, but the important thing is that they understand me and I also understand them. Another thing is using emails. In Uganda, I had an email, but it was not active. It was not active at all. So when I came here, like everywhere I would go, they would ask me, what's your email? What's your email? So I'm now using more my email than when I was in Uganda. So I had to adjust. Another thing is being punctual. With that, I'm still struggling with it. Yeah, now that we even have kids, yeah, it's a bit hard, but we try our best and make sure that we are somewhere on time. It's not easy, but yeah. Yeah. Point number 4, it's eating warm food in the evening. That I had to learn, I had to adjust, Yeah, because in Uganda I was used to waking up, having breakfast, and having lunch, like warm food at lunchtime, and then in the evening would just take like tea and bread, like light things, But when I came to Belgium, I found that people here just have like breakfast, and then in the noon they have bread. Like it's the other way around, like they have the bread in the noon and then the warm food in the evening. So it took time for me to learn that. In the beginning, what I used to do was to just like, if we had dinner in the evening and I had some leftovers, I would just keep them. I would not throw them away. And then like at lunchtime, I would just eat that. Slowly by slowly, I also got used to eating warm food in the evening. Now I find it reasonable to eat bread like at lunchtime, and then dinner you eat the normal food, the normal warm food. Because if you eat bread during daytime and let me say you're at work or you're at school, you don't easily fall asleep. For me, when I was in high school back then in Uganda, like they used to give us warm food, like heavy food at lunchtime, and that would make me sleep, like doze in class. But now these days, when I eat bread at my work, I feel good, like I feel better. I don't feel so heavy. I don't feel sleepy. So I think it's a good idea that way. Another thing is riding a bicycle. My God. That is also something else. Ah. So when I just come here, I didn't know that many people use bicycles like they do here. In Uganda, I was used to boarding a boda boda or a taxi to go somewhere. So all that was an adjustment for me in the beginning. Jeremy was my teacher and he's still teaching me very many things. He taught me how to ride a bicycle, and in the beginning, I fell, and to learn, I fell 3 times. Can you imagine? 3 times. The first time I fell down was when I was learning on some parking. Yeah, and then the second time I had Nathaniel with me on, yeah, like seated at the back. And yeah, the good thing, like where we're learning from, there was some grass. So when I fell down with the bike, we just fell on the grass. It was a bit softer, so we were lucky. And the next day when I went to pick him up from the kindergarten, so I put him on my bike, and then when I started riding, he was like, yeah, mama, please ride slowly and make sure you don't fall. So he was traumatized that way. But now all that passed, and yeah, he doesn't even tell me that anymore because I'm now used to it, and yeah, I do it very well. So he even forgot about that. That's good. Another point is the transportation system here. Yeah, I had to learn to use a bus. For some reason, in the beginning, I was scared to even go on the bus. I don't know why. Because in Uganda, we have border borders, like I said, and also we have taxis. Like, if I find a picture, I'll also put it there. I show you how it is. It's a bit smaller. It's not, yeah, it's a bit smaller, not like so huge like a bus. In Uganda, we only take buses when we are going to the village, like so far places. You know, that's when you take a bus, like a big bus. But here, there are big buses, and I don't know why I was, yeah, nervous the first time I went into the bus. Yeah, so I had to learn to use that, and I also had to learn that here I had to have a card to use on the bus, and also the trains. When it comes to the trains here, I don't really use them often, but when I do, I really enjoy, you know, because yeah, you can easily see the nature, like see outside, and also enjoy the ride. Because in Uganda, we don't have trains. No, we don't have. The ones that are there, they only take cargo. Not even many. Maybe there is one or two. I don't know how many they are. But yeah, it was also something new that that I had to learn to use here. Another point is making appointments. Here you have to make appointments for everything. Like where I grew up, if you want to go to the hospital, you just go. You don't need to call anyone, you just barge in there. And then if you want to go like anywhere, you just have to go. You don't make an appointment, you know. So that is something also that I had to learn here. Like one time I had a toothache, and then I called the doctor, and then the first thing they asked me, do you have an appointment? I was thinking, like, really? I was mad. But then yeah, like now I now know that yeah, you have to make an appointment to go somewhere, or yeah, I'm used to that now. Another point is about the weather. Here, before you go outside, you really need to check what weather it is before you get out. Otherwise, you find yourself in problems. So you really need to check first what weather it is outside, and see if you need to wear a sweater or if you don't need to wear one, or if you need to carry your umbrella or not. But I think here in Belgium, if you live here in Belgium, I think it's very good that I always carry umbrella with you, because you never know, the weather here changes, like every time the weather changes, you know. So to be sure, you just have to get out with your jacket or your sweater and an umbrella. And also, mostly if you have kids, it's also important that you check on the weather before you go out. Yeah, otherwise your kids will get a cold, and yeah, that is not good. Yeah. Another thing is also checking if the shops are open. In Uganda, like where I grew up from, If you want to go to a shop, you don't need to even check, or you don't need to check and see, oh, is this shop open? No, you just go buy what you want to buy and go back to your home. But here, you have to first check and see, is this shop open? And then you go. You cannot just get out and be like, yeah, I'm going to the shop. No. You really need to use your phone, every time to check and see what is going on. Also, something else, the hours. You need to check, because some shops here close like at lunch, and then they open again at like after at 2 o'clock or 1, depends. So that also you need to check on your phone. I also had to get used to wearing sneakers. Here people wear sneakers, and some people even wear them from January to December, sneakers, even if it's warm. But some people, of course, in the summer, they change and wear sandals, but most people here. But of course, some people wear some sandals in the summer. For me, where I grew up from, I don't even think I owned like a pair of sneakers, no. In Uganda, people wear open shoes, I think it's because the weather is warm there. That's the reason as to why. Yeah, because here the weather changes every time, and if it's raining, you will not want to get out with your open shoes, otherwise your feet will be cold or dirty from the rain. So I think it's from the weather, that's why. So every time it's summer here, it's good weather, I'm happy that I can finally wear my sandals, Yeah, because up to now it's not something that I'm used to, but I just do it because of the weather, and because when it's cold here in the winter, it's cold, you can really feel it in your feet and every part of your body, like, you really need to cover yourself in jackets, stockings, even if you're in the house. Sometimes it still gets cold, so I haven't yet adjusted to it. Yeah, I still enjoy wearing my sandals, just lastly but not least, when I just come to Belgium, I had to go for integration classes, which means there I had to learn how to sort rubbish, like put the plastic apart and also the cardboard separately. In Uganda, people there, they put everything together, like everything in one bag, and just put it at the rubbish and just throw it away. So when I went for those classes, I had to learn all that. So when I was here in Belgium, I had to learn that you have to separate the rubbish. You don't have to put everything together in one bag. Otherwise, if you do that, no one will take your rubbish. If you put it outside, the car will just come and just leave it there. They taught us so many things there. They taught us so many things, like if you have a problem, where to go to, like if you want help, like how to find jobs, and then the hospitalization, like, yeah, they just taught us like the culture here also, like things you're supposed to do, things you're not supposed to do, all that, and information about Belgium, and also learn how to integrate and learn how everything works here, because of course it's different from what we are used to back in our countries. Yeah, I think we've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, so that you don't miss out on any of our videos. Like I always say, that's all. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, let's meet in our next video. Ciao.